Yeah.
Hi guys, I'm Rini.
I'm Mar.
I'm Chris.
I'm Matthew.
And this is the Need to Know. So
I was
guys.
taking that from the girl that does
From
it.
Asia.
Don't be mad at you. I'm sorry.
So guys, this is our 5 year special. We are in 5 years of TNTK. This is dropping in February. We're just doing this early just so you guys know.
Mm-hmm.
So today we're playing a game. If you guys remember, we played this game, a similar game. It's gonna be the same game, but a similar game. We played this our first year. We did our 1 year special. We had Don in LA from What's a Good Guy. Shout out to y'all. And we played this wonderful game. Might forget, it's just like this. But so each of us is gonna pick up a card. We don't have a time. You're just gonna say 3 things. If it's a question, then you're gonna ask someone random that question. But when you pick up the card, if it's a topic, you're going to say the 3 things why it's so good.
Mm-hmm.
Well, be on the pro side of it. Then you have to pick someone, anybody, to be on the con side of it.
What if I can't read? I'm sorry.
Can't read.
Okay, ready, guys?
Right,
I low-key got one
we're
more.
all picking up a card right now.
We can do it
Or-
like that. I think that's
Or
fun.
you
Or like one at a time.
You want to do it one at a time?
We can do one at a time. Yeah,
Okay,
one at a
so
time.
who wants to go first?
Should we
La-
just do
ladies
like,
first?
do Uno and just go all the way?
We can do that. I'll go first because y'all just.
You slacking.
I was saying ladies first.
Okay, so I have the rise of black business.
Okay.
Okay.
So 3 good things. Oh, wow, this is hard. 3 good things. I would have to say it's black owned. We're making.
Power to the black people.
You said black people.
I said power to the black people.
Power to the black people. Yeah, power to the black people. We're keeping our money in our community.
Definitely big plus.
And I guess what's the word I'm looking for? More. I don't want not content. Like more. What's the word I'm looking for?
It's more cultured.
No.
Like fashion.
Not fashion. More.
You touch on
More
it.
things.
Like
Yeah,
things.
I
I
was
don't want to
saying.
say things.
No, I get you.
Yeah.
Like more like for our people.
Oh,
like,
for us.
Yeah,
For
more
us.
things for
Okay,
us.
okay,
Like, staying,
okay.
Like in our community, basically.
I see what you mean.
Objects, things
Yeah,
you can
like,
utilize.
I was trying to,
Yeah.
I didn't know what to
Okay.
say.
Nah, I get you. That's a tough one.
Merchandise.
Yes, boom.
That's the word.
That's where it's at.
That's the
Okay,
word.
so more merchandise like for our people.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna do. You can do the 3 cons.
The 3 cons.
Yeah, so you have to do 3 cons.
Nah, not on
The-
camera.
The black people about to
man.
come for him.
Yeah.
I got you.
All right, I'm gonna do one,
You do one. I do one.
and then
I
I'll
could
do
do
the
one.
last one.
Uh-huh.
What's a con? I think, I guess this isn't a con of like black owned businesses, but just what happens with them is like people don't want to support each other, and it's like it's
sad, but
weird.
true.
I feel like like people. Any business corporation, has to start somewhere,
Right.
And people always like I'm not gonna get from them. I'm not gonna get from them. Like they rude or they what is it like? Oh, this stuff might not be quality, so I'm gonna get from XYZ brand that I already know is like making millions of dollars, right? But it's like, like your money as you means more to that person than like your money means to Nike, because Nike gonna get their money anyway.
Yeah.
Right.
Regardless. So that's what I would say. Like some people just don't want to do it just because it's like a lot of these things is startups and it's like, or
The name brand.
yeah, you know.
But it's funny that you say name brand. If I put out a shirt, it's a
Yeah, it's a
name
brand.
It's a name brand.
It's
Yeah.
just not popular.
It's not.
Yeah.
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 Oh, so okay, a con. I'm gonna say this.
I have a con too.
But motherfuckers they don't put. Okay, if you selling plates, like if you selling food, make sure your food is good.
No, yeah.
That's a con. Make sure your merchandise is good. Don't give
Can't
me.
give me
Don't charge me. Don't charge me $85 for a sweatshirt that you got from that you just ironed on the name and got it from a champion store. Like
Oh,
it's a
yeah.
champion shirt.
Yeah.
You're not gonna try. I just bought a champion shirt with just the name on it. Like,
That's- yeah.
it is what it is. I'm not gonna. You
Don't
give quality real money. I need quality real material
I
back.
see. Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
don't do me dirty. You know what I'm saying? Like it is. I mean, it's the truth, and that's what people
Nah,
do.
No, they do.
You know.
that's true.
So that's my thing, and
Hmm.
I'm probably speaking passionate because it happened to me. I spent $75 on a
I see
sweatshirt,
that. I
and
see
Yeah.
that.
and that shit was
He's
It's
pissed
trash.
about it.
garbage. It was
No, yeah.
trash.
Because they would get that from like they buy from the retailers, like, and they
Yeah.
sell that type of clothing.
And it's
And
you
yeah,
iron
you
the shit on and
see.
that's it.
Hmm.
Like I
Yeah.
wash it one time.
At
The
least let
letters
me
will
It's
fall
coming
at
off.
off.
least let me stitch it in.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
let me stitch it
Put some
in.
put some effort into
Yeah.
Yeah.
what you selling.
Yeah.
What I'd say to piggyback off that, I guess as the last con is like, yo, like, yeah, you're a black business. I'm a black person, but don't think I'm buying from your black business just because of that reason. Like, make sure it's good
It's good
stuff,
quality,
and
yeah.
don't like guilt trip like, oh, you a coon, you this that the third because you didn't buy from my. It's like, is it good though? You know,
I'll
like.
be a rich coon.
But it's like, yeah, like I feel like if you, and I guess this is almost contradicting like what I said before. It's like, yo, if you choose not to get from XYZ brand, right, black owned business, like that black owned business shouldn't like knock you over the head for not doing that, you know, because like, you know, everybody has their reasons, or you know, everybody has their things that they want to spend their money on. Of course, it's better to put that money back into your community, but at the same time, like, come on, man, if I don't, like, let me rock.
What I noticed, what you should do is like being like a business owner, you have to put the details in the box or on the label or whatever the case may be. Like, hey, like let's take the sweatshirt for example. Hey, I need this is from this material is polyester, cotton, Italian leather, blah blah blah. Like,
Facts,
you
yeah.
know, make them. Oh shit, this is from fucking Italy.
Italy,
Like, you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
make them
Sell
feel
it,
like,
really
oh,
sell it,
Yeah,
yeah.
like you gotta sell it. If you know you're buying a champion shirt, you're not gonna put the details on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just gonna say champion. Don't get it twisted. Like I'll wear champion all day, but I'm not gonna. I'll pay $25 for a champion, but I'm not paying $75 for
A champion like.
a champion like. Yeah, I'm not doing
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think that's where it comes. And what I also noticed about black businesses is people doing this unboxing thing. So it's the way you present the item.
The packaging. Yeah.
So like again with the sweatshirt, maybe it come in a nice box, maybe
Right.
a card or like
Oh, yeah.
or whatever. Like we sell books, like we the next book. Like I didn't like how they were sending people the books. So now like I want to be like put it in a nice bag, put it give them a pen or something
Yeah.
extra. You know what I'm saying? Like, make it worth
It ups the
worth
value.
your dollar, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like, and that's my opinion.
Yeah, like don't just be getting people to spend their money at your business because you're black. Like,
Yeah, send 'em a
still
nice
put
little
the
thank you
work in.
card
Put the
after,
work in.
something
Yeah,
like
you know. Yeah.
Shit like that, like, because people just be out that dollar. Yeah, we know that you in a, when you open a business, you automatically in a deficit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like you gotta come out that deficit, and the only way to come out is like the people that's coming to you. You gotta treat their customers like that. Now that don't mean you take bullshit, from
Of course.
people,
Yeah.
but you have to meet people, more than halfway sometimes, most of the time,
That's true.
So, and we was a third one, right? Yeah, the third one. That was the second con.
That was my third one. I was
like
I was
your
just
first
like,
one.
you know.
Say yours?
Yeah, I mean, I was just gonna point out, especially with more recently, like nails and hair.
Okay.
Like for my girlfriend, I know she's very into like doing that stuff, and I noticed a lot of black businesses like they'll overcharge. It kind of piggybacks off of Christians, but like they overcharge but undersell, if that makes sense.
Oh.
So like back in the day, like I don't know like females that well, but like I do, but when
we don't know females.
yeah, like
Trust me, we don't know.
we know them, but we don't like know them. But when they used to get like they braids done or like get a washing set or something, it used to cost like $20, $30.
Now,
If
it used to be like $30.
Yeah.
It's not
Or like-
$30 no more.
yeah,
How much
like
is a washing set?
A
like
washing
60,
set now is
70.
like $40,
Yeah.
$50.
And I know back
Like-
going off what you're saying,
Mhm.
I remember being in school and girls' nails used to be 35.
No,
Yeah.
it used to be
It used to be
$20.
cheap.
Now it's
Now
like
it's like 150.
175,
Wow.
shit like that.
Like they
Inflation.
overcharging, but it's like the value of what they're getting is the same thing. Like,
Money.
yo, nail techs get money.
They
Like,
get money.
Right.
but it's just like to me, I feel like, and a lot of times they put in their policies like, oh, if you 10 minutes late to your appointment, it's an extra $50.
Yeah, they
But
OD.
it's just like you ODing for something that is not worth. Like, it's worth it. Like, don't get me wrong, getting your nails done is worth it. But like, you haven't upped the value, but you upped the price. If that makes sense.
I see what
Yeah.
you're saying.
So it's like,
bullshit. You giving bullshit.
Yeah.
You're charging out the ass.
it's like, oh, if like my girl was telling me the other day, she was like, oh, somebody charged a girl because one of her other clients canceled, so to squeeze her in, she charged her for squeezing her in. But it was like, it's not my fault that the previous client canceled.
You know what it is too.
Like,
You know what it is. It's now people's not charging the service. They're charging the time.
yeah. But I get that, because I understand, like, as a business person, like, your time is valuable.
It is.
But at the same time, it's like, you can't put so many fees and policies on me as a customer, because then it automatically turns me off from even
But
wanting to
it's
book
like
with you.
If someone canceled, you're not squeezing me in. I'm basically the.
I'm filling in the time that you
Now,
spent.
Cancellation is disrespectful, depending on the situation.
Right.
Yeah.
If you do it like 3 days, 4 days before, then it's like, okay, I understand. But if you do it like the last minute, it's like, bro, come on.
Yeah.
Like, I'm already here. I already
Like, you
paid.
wasted my time. Like,
Yeah.
what if I came from all the way from West Bubblefuck and I came for you
And you didn't
tell me
go.
now that
Yeah.
you fucking not coming.
Yeah. Then I can charge you a fee. 'Cause
Yeah,
Right.
Definitely, I'm gonna hit you up.
Oh yeah, like $50, $100, like.
That I understand, but it's like people like they're charging you, like you said, to squeeze them in, and that doesn't make any sense.
Mhm.
I'm the replacement for that. If you're squeezing me in, and you already had 2 people, and you're squeezing me in that time, and you had like an hour.
It's
and a
like your
half,
your time hasn't changed.
Then
Yeah.
then you charge me
Yeah.
fee.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But it's like people just do whatever they want to do, and you be like, okay.
Yeah, like I can understand if like you had a full schedule, like it's all booked, and then I'm trying to
Right.
squeeze in. Then okay, because now I understand, like I'm adding extra time to what you already had scheduled. But if somebody canceled, it's like now you're about to waste that hour, but I'm already saving that hour for you.
Exactly.
So it's like,
So
why
you
charge
got
me for that?
to-
Yeah, it's like, I don't know that person. That's not my fault.
No. Okay, so whoever I pick gets to pick.
Okay, so that was me. This one looks cool. I like this one. All right, let's see. Police brutality. Ooh.
Oh Lord.
So what? I gotta.
You have to say 3 cons.
There's no pros to that.
There's no pros
So
to
we
this.
can just do the cons. That's fine. We can just do the
No
cons.
pros to police brutality. Like, who's the cop in the room? Like, nah. 3 cons. Wow, only 3.
Only 3. Yeah. That's a
Like,
fact.
which ones do I pick? Right. Like, well, first of all, the police shouldn't. They're not supposed to kill people that are guilty, right? So that's boom 1. Like, I don't even know where to start with it. Like, 2, stop killing black people unproportionately.
Stop
Eh,
killing
yeah,
people.
that was the first point, right?
shouldn't
Like,
kill
stop
at
killing
all.
people. Period. Right? You're not even supposed to do that.
Right.
Like,
Protect and serve. I don't know why you're killing.
yeah, right. And then it's like 3, stop turning your damn body cams off. Like, it's there for a reason.
Oh my gosh, yes.
They put it there to record everything.
To record everything.
There should be no
There shouldn't be no off
no
button.
scenario as to where
I
your
don't
camera's
think
off.
I think legally they're not supposed to turn it off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're not supposed to.
They're not
Like,
supposed
if they
to.
put them, like, they're not supposed to turn them on
At all.
Wow.
at all. Because even the car cams, they be turning it off because they put one in the back and the front.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even know there was one in the back.
Yeah, they had. I think they just recently did that probably a couple years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Because like you would see like in the back, because if you pull someone over, like sometimes they go in front of you,
Yeah.
like you have to.
That's just show behind.
I
Okay.
see.
I see what you're saying.
Interesting.
I don't know. They just be thinking like this is the wild wild west. Like this is like back in the day in the 1800s.
Yeah, 'cause-
you just walk up to somebody and just start shooting people and shit. Like I don't know. Like what the fuck they think this is. This is not Bad Boys 2. There's no shootouts going on like that. I don't understand. Like you. Okay, I do understand. Because if you see somebody kind of like reaching for something or whatever the case may be, I understand that you're paranoid. But you ain't. I could say, okay, yeah, yes, protect yourself. You
Mhm.
gotta go home to your kids. You're just trying to do your job, you're trying to get off, blah blah blah. But it don't make no sense to be shooting somebody 50, 60 times. The
Yeah, they
motherfucker
really
is
be.
done already.
Yeah, and I
choking
think,
people out.
and I'm not like a scientist or anything, but I do know that like there's certain places where like you can shoot a person and like nothing will happen. Yeah, like you could shoot like a certain place in the leg, and it's like it stops them from like
being mobile.
You know what the kicker is?
But
they're trained to know these things.
Yeah, they're supposed
but
to.
it's like they shoot
to know these things.
arteries and they shoot your head, and it's like, bro, come on, bro.
Like to kill, basically.
You're not supposed to do that. Yeah.
Like meme them or something like that.
No, yeah, because they're trained to shoot, like not to paralyze or to kill them,
to stop,
but
to stop them. Yeah.
They're not trained to actually. Oh yeah, I'm gonna shoot him in the head because I'm gonna shoot him in the head.
Right.
Why is that the thing that you want to?
That's the first thing you go for.
I'll tell you, like I said on the interview, being in the military is like, okay, for like take the example of the lady saying, "Oh, I meant to pull out my taser, but I pulled out my gun and shot him."
Right.
How?
Taser and the gun feels totally different. When you do something repeatedly over and over and over and over and over again, it's muscle memory.
Yeah.
Right.
I've never been in the police academy, but I've been in the military, and we've done shit over and over again as far
Run the
as
drills.
weaponry.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like when it comes down to actually doing the official training, it feels natural when you pull out, shoot, push up, whatever they trained you to do. It's like you are a robot.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe down the line you get a little lackadaisical, but I don't think that much lackadaisical when your training kicks in. Because when the adrenaline kicks in, that's when your training is supposed to kick in.
Yeah, because it goes straight to just the instinct, which you've been.
It goes straight to it.
Mm-hmm.
So her saying, "Oh, I accidentally pulled out my taser," is bullshit to me. You know, you know what side you put. Unless you woke up you get high or drunk or whatever the case may be during the day or on your shift, then okay. But if not, that's not an excuse.
Yeah, not at all.
You know,
not at all.
That's I think that was like the last incident we had.
Yeah.
Where where the lady took her taser out and fucking shot him.
Or she said she thought she had her taser out or something. Yeah. No.
But when you pull,
you can feel it.
The taser is yellow. The taser is bright yellow.
It's bright yellow.
That's my shirt.
It's on a different side of your body.
Yeah,
it
like,
weighs different. Like it's not the same weight as a gun. Guns are heavier.
Right. And like I said with the Amadou Diallo, like you shot the dude 40-something times. First of all, those this is like 90 something. Those guns don't hold a lot of clips. So you reload it. You basically shooting them and then just reloading and still shooting them over a while.
Yeah.
This shit's crazy. I don't know how you even justify that, especially now that we got video. So
Yeah.
and they just be justifying shit. Like,
Only pro about police brutality is that we catching them on video now.
yeah, but that shit don't be.
And then that shit still doesn't even work all the time. So.
So I guess
You get
have
to
to
pick.
pick.
Yeah, you have to pick someone.
I gotta pick someone. Shamar, I'd like you to pick next.
I think he was looking at
This one?
What's the one you put?
All right, I got physical versus mental attraction.
Interesting.
So 3 pros.
3 bros.
Okay. Hey, he ain't lying. Okay, so I guess I'll go. So wait, 3 pros are physical and then 3 pros are mental?
You can mix it up, it doesn't matter.
Okay, I'll mix it up. All right, so I'll say a pro for physical is, I don't know how to explain it, but it's like you could be playful with it. So like, you know how certain times like you could just be out regular deli, right? And you with your girl or something, and like she just pulls down her shirt for some reason, and like cleavage just come out. You know what I mean? Like it's subtle, it's subtle things, but it's just like yeah, it's subtle things, but it's just like damn, like you know, it makes you think sexually now. Like not all the time, but sometimes. I'll say mental attraction. I don't know. It's something about mental attraction that's just different. It's like physical. To me, physical can always change. So like, what she looks like now physically may not be what she looks like tomorrow. You know what I mean? Like in terms of weight, in terms of age, size, things like that. But with mental, it's like you hold. It's like you hold me in prison in my mind, where it's like I can't get out of it. Like you just always look good to me, and it's not even about your physical appearance. It's more about your body language, how you speak, how you think. So I think for me, mental is deeper than physical, but mental is just it's a different kind of sexy. It's like damn, like the way she's talking right now just got me heated. Like you know what I mean? Like and I'll say one more thing about physical. Well, kind of like what I said in the mental, it can always change. So like in terms of mental, you can't. It's not necessarily a boredom because you never could get bored of like somebody thinking smartly or how somebody talks or body language. But in terms of physical, it's like it can always change. So like what you may see today and how you're attracted to her physically today, like tomorrow she could get a bigger ass, or especially with science today and how you could alter your body and things like that. Like your physical will never stay the same. So it's like that's always, it could be a bad thing, but it could also be like, okay, she's not going to be this the next 30 years. So like I could be renewed in terms of the physical because she changed her breast or something, or like she got skinnier, or she changed her hair, or she's wearing new lipstick, things of that nature. So it never stays the same. Physical can stay the same because some people could get lazy and like, you know, but I think in terms of physical, it can also be a good thing because it's always ever changing. So you're always excited for something new. Yeah. I gotta pick somebody for con. I'll go Christian.
For the cons, for physical and is it
Mental.
And mental.
Yeah.
attraction? So the con for physical, obviously, like you could just be lusted after just the physical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you don't give a fuck about nothing else.
Mhm.
Mental, you could just be a dumbass. Like you could just I've talked to women like, and what would turn me off is like the shit that come out your mouth. Honestly, and I just be like, okay, yeah, this conversation is done.
You know what it is too? Sometimes like you could ask like a female a question or whoever you're into a question, and it's just like you expect a response, but what they give you is just like what? Like you know what I mean? It's just like I thought you was going one way and you go this like.
You know, so funny, and then sometimes you could just be too like too woke. Like,
Yeah. That's it.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
All right, calm down, Sojourner Truth. All right, calm down, Harriet Tubman. Like you old Dan. Like okay,
Yeah, they get way too political.
Okay.
I'm like, how are you this morning?
Time and a place.
You're like,
There's
oh,
a time and a place.
you're like, oh, good morning. Be like, did you know this morning Sojourner Truth?
Yeah,
Was it's like, oh my
Good
god.
Morning, King Grand Rising.
Grand Rising.
Yeah, Grand
I hate
Rising.
that Grand Rising shit. Like, it's like, bro, just say good morning.
Just
Like,
say, yeah, like,
why
damn,
you being extra? Like,
But like that, the physical. That's how some people, some people get in trouble. Like these basketball players, celebrities, regular people. You just looking at titties and ass all day, and like, damn, I just want to fuck. Like you fucked the wrong person, and now you paying millions of dollars in child support. Some shit like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
shout out to PJ Washington.
shout out to Tristan Thompson. He about to
Tristan,
catch it.
oh,
Yeah,
bad,
it's over for him.
bad.
But that's the cons of that. Both of them shits. Honestly, why are you looking at me like that?
I'm waiting. I was just waiting for you to say the last one.
That's it. That was 2 or 3.
That was 3. Then the child support. That's what you were saying.
Well, yeah, it can fuck you up, and that's it. I don't really have a third one. Like, diseases, for physical,
True. Yeah.
mental.
I would say mental would be heartbreak.
Heartbreak. Oh,
I'd say a physical attraction con is that some people look different. Like someone will look like sexy with their clothes on, but then with their clothes off, they don't look as good. Yeah. And it's like,
I haven't seen it before.
yeah, and it's I wouldn't even call it a catfish. It's just like, oh man, like damn, shorty, you so sexy with these clothes on, and then they off, and it's like,
okay,
you cool.
There's angles in the filter.
Yeah.
There's angles in the filter.
That too.
That's
Yeah.
some bad motherfuckers on like Instagram and Facebook, and then I'm like, I'll meet up with you. I'm like, ew, nigga, what the fuck is this?
I think it goes for everybody.
You know,
Yeah.
it's for everybody. You know, put those nice little filters on and shit like that, and you know, get a couple of 100 likes, and yeah, that's it. Is it my turn?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let me see. Let's go over here. Put this on. Why do men have to pay for pussy?
Oh,
You asking me?
me?
No, I'm just saying in general. Like,
Why?
it's a question. So there's
Oh yeah, anybody can answer.
I don't feel like they do.
You don't pay for pussy?
Nah.
You pay for pussy.
No, you wanna
Have I done it before?
Why you pay for pussy?
Do you mean like in a literal sense, like I gotta like
Why?
pay somebody
No,
to
you
have
need
sex,
to explain
or
why.
do you mean like
What he means though?
like as a man, like I have to pay for dinner, I gotta pay for this, blah blah blah,
Yeah.
just have sex?
That's paying for pussy.
That's paying for pussy.
I don't, but I don't
You're
perceive.
paying for pussy.
I don't perceive
what
it
it
that
is.
way though, because I feel like
don't.
But that's what it is.
But
All right,
that's
so let me
what
ask you a
it
question. Let me
is.
ask you a question.
yeah,
You go on a date, right? You take a girl on a date, right? You go on to, let's say you're going to fucking Peter Luger's, right?
Mhm.
You pay for the $300 steak and shit, some wine, you know, little hors d'oeuvres and shit like that, right?
right.
And she says, "Y'all go home.
Mhm.
Y'all take a cab. You pay for the cab home, right?
Crazy.
You pay for the cab home, not her. And you left the tip, right?
Wow. How big is the tip?
Right?
Mm.
It's like y'all go home early, 9 o'clock, 9:30, whatever.
Mm.
She falls asleep. You tight? Why are you tight?
Nah, you know what it is though.
Why are you tight?
But it depends on the situation.
What's the situation? I just
Like,
gave you the situation.
no, I'm saying like if it's a girl that I'm just trying to
It's
like
your
fuck.
Girl.
It's
your
my
girl,
girlfriend.
Your girl now.
I don't. Okay.
I feel like
There's certain nights I would be tight and certain nights I'm okay with
It's
it.
not your girl. It's not your girl.
Yeah,
Oh,
'cause I
that's
feel
different.
Like, I feel
I mean,
like
pa-
yeah.
First date.
Oh, first date.
I mean, talking about Peter Lucas. Please, you can pull up. Y'all can pull up the menu.
Wait, why am I taking it? Nah, there's no way I'm talking to a girl and I'm taking a Peter Lucas
what's
first date.
First date option.
Like Applebee's, TGI's.
Yeah. See, that's not working in this day.
No, okay, yeah, you're
I would
right.
have said Applebee's.
Alright, we
I'm talking about you really
we
like
could do
this
like
girl.
we could do. What's
You
what's
really like this girl.
what's
Okay,
like a
so,
nice restaurant that's like decent? Like
say anywhere seafood. Cause
yeah,
women,
okay.
just love seafood.
Oh, love seafood. Jesus, my girl loves seafood.
So
I don't know.
you take it to a nice. You take it to a okay. She took it to a nice seafood spot. She ordered lobster,
Whoa.
right? She ordered lobster. She ordered the Dom Perignon or some shit like that.
Dom Perignon.
You know what I'm saying?
Wait, hold on, Paul.
If it's not your girl, you're like, yo, I'm gonna catch you later. How you feel about that?
That's
But on the first date though, like
First, okay, let's say it's like the second or third date. I'm giving y'all passes.
no, I understand,
but
it's just like,
when you get to the second or third date, you still paid for the first
yeah,
one though.
you still paying.
You know, like
You're
if
still paying regardless.
yeah.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, I feel like men nowadays,
But why
like
you
you
expect
can't
to have-
we
but
can't
why
expect we
not?
can't expect ass on after the first date. Like more
Okay,
yo
so
9 times out of 10
We
you're not getting no
can't.
ass
Okay,
first
so
date.
let's do
Can't,
this.
but it
So
happens.
It
Reed,
happens.
It happens, but
like,
So Reed, you live with your man, right? Say you live with your man, right?
Mhm.
This nigga don't got a job. You give him some pussy?
I mean, that's with him. Like,
He
yeah, but
don't
after
work, he's
after a while
lazy
you're gonna be like,
bum.
yo, this nigga's a
Okay.
After a
bozo,
while,
blah blah.
so you're gonna give him some
after
ass.
Nah.
I'll know. After
Okay.
a while, I'll be like, you need to get up and go
Exactly.
get a job.
So
like,
now he has to go get a job so he can so he can have a piece of ass.
Nah, but think about it though. In that situation, think about it though. In that
Oh, this
situation,
nigga got a job. Oh my god.
Nah,
put on
but-
a nice sexy lingerie for him when he come home and shit.
nah,
right?
but think
not
about it.
all the time.
Think-
Like,
Not all the time, but you paying for pussy.
Nah, you're not paying for it though. Cause that's like in the same sense. Oh, she's with you for some dick. Like
That's what women do.
nah,
Some women, not all
it
women.
goes
Not
either
someone-
way.
okay, yeah, you're right.
It goes
Either way.
either
It goes
though.
either way.
nah.
The same thing, a girl could be
I don't know.
paid for dick. Like,
You're not gonna get
But
pussy
nah.
in these streets if you don't got a job.
So- but
Where
sometime-
are the girls paying for dick?
really?
Where are
So,
Yeah,
like
that's
she
what-
said, like he said, like, oh, if I'm living with my man and he don't got a job,
yeah.
I take care of him.
That's what I'm saying.
it's the same.
You would be
If you didn't
tight
have
though.
If you didn't have a job, niggas still digging you down. I don't give a fuck what nobody talking about.
No.
That's fact.
It
Yeah.
depends.
It's kind of a fact. It's
It
That's
yeah.
no, it depends on
It's a fact.
No,
Yeah.
it depends.
Wow.
It's a fact though.
Really?
Girls could not have a job and still get some dick. Like yeah, that's a fact.
Y'all go to the bar with no. I know I've had
Wow.
women
I
tell
don't
me.
know.
That's
Going
true.
to the bar
I have
with no
had-
money. That's wild.
I
That's
have had women.
It's
Yeah,
happened.
why would you go to the bar with no
But
bread?
dudes-
I've had women
but-
tell me that they
She
went to the
got
bar
that.
with
She
no
got
money,
her money in
no
her
money, and they
something.
was drunk. How is that possible?
There's no way. I don't know.
Because
what
niggas be
girl
buying
would
drinks
do
because they want some pussy. I just,
that's
No, but here's the thing. Here's what I'll say. No, because he brings up a good point. He brings up a good point because there's
that
no
possible?
there's no other there's
How is that
no-
possible?
There's no other reason to buy a drink for a girl at a bar unless you're trying to smash.
You could be wanting to talk to her.
get the fuck out of here.
About.
Yes, I want to talk to you so I can get some pussy.
Okay, I see that happen all the time.
But like you're not just
Wow.
gonna
But
you don't just want to you don't
That
just
doesn't mean I don't got no money.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. So you're gonna spend your own money first before you
I go-
let a nigga buy you a drink?
Who said I wanted him to buy me a drink? Listen. I
But that's the thing. Like for girls, like if you allow a guy to buy you a drink, you're inviting him in to like talk to you.
That I've heard.
So it's like that's why a lot of girls be like, no, I don't want it. Like,
That I've heard. Yeah.
I don't just let nobody buy me a drink. That's weird. Like,
No, that's
because then they feel like, oh, okay, now I bought you a drink. Now you have to talk to me because
Yeah.
I spent money on you.
Yes.
So it's like, nah. That's why a lot of girls be like, nah, I don't want it. Like I'd rather pay for my own.
That's what I'm saying, but that's true though. That's,
I'm
not
good.
gonna
I'm
lie.
good.
If I buy you a drink, like
It's like,
it's a transaction. It's a,
like,
it's a,
alright, it's the first step. Like,
Transaction.
the fuck?
Steps.
Either I want you. I'm trying to get your number. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right,
That's the
right.
First step.
That's the first.
like I'm
step.
trying to see you outside of this environment.
Yeah.
Like I want to see you again.
yeah, I agree.
I'm trying to be no
with that.
nice guy. This ain't fucking.
But why do you have to have that transaction?
Because that's what
with
the
drink,
transaction.
though?
So why we have to have the transaction of, oh, okay, let's take it like this. Oh, you cook for your man,
Okay.
right?
That's a transaction. I did something for
What
you, right?
what did he do for you? Thank you.
I don't know.
Thank you.
Maybe I got a back rub. Maybe he put my bath. I don't know.
Okay,
That's
that's
a
normal
transaction.
shit. But what if he did those things, but he still didn't work?
That he still didn't work.
Yeah. What if he didn't work at all?
But if you do all the household stuff and I work, what's the problem?
Okay.
We still doing.
So you're okay with him being
A house nigga.
a
Oh, I
house-
don't want to say it like that because that sounds like
like-
slavery. That sounds like slavery, low key.
a stay-at-home dad.
A stay-at-home dad.
But what's wrong with that?
That's not attractive to a lot of women though.
You okay
Right.
with him being a stay-at-home dad?
I'm not
And
attracted
you
to
going
that.
out and busting your ass.
I'm not attracted.
And this
to
nigga's
that.
at home,
I'm not attracted.
Feet-
to that.
feet kicked up, watching Netflix,
2K.
eating,
Like I said,
playing
I'm
2K.
not
But the house is
attracted to
clean
that.
though.
You gonna be pissed. What?
If I work, like say, if I really want to work, if I'm that type of person, I want to work because I want to work.
And he doesn't?
Like I said, what?
And he doesn't want to work. You
No,
like
no, no. When he's home and he's like doing whatever he's taking care of the house, he's taking care of the kids, and that's just what he's doing. Then, like, he's still doing something I don't have to do. I'm not saying that's what I want, but that's the transaction that you're talking
So
about.
it's
not
like
a
the
job, but it's work. in a
it's like the
sense.
roles are
Right.
reversed. But that's the thing. Like,
That's something I don't have to do. If I'm outside working because I want to work,
But don't-
vice
but-
versa, if he's outside working and I don't want to work.
yeah, but don't all women like? I don't want to speak for all women, but don't all women to a certain degree like want their man to be like the alpha dog? Like, it's like to see your man sitting there like cooking and
Wrong
cleaning.
girl, wrong girl.
Like, I don't know for
I'd
me.
rather do stuff for myself personally, like. But
That's true.
It's like,
Okay.
if you choose to help me out in that sense, that's a different story.
Women don't know what they want.
In what way?
Women don't know what they want.
I agree with that, but in what way? Like, it
It
depends. It depends. Like, I rather, if I'm gonna live with somebody, it gotta be 50-50. Like, it gotta be.
You gotta do something.
Like, you gotta do something.
No, I
like,
don't want to work.
No,
I just want to clean all day and make sure that you have dinner when you come home.
No, we both gotta do something.
What's
like,
wrong with that? Why can't? Why do I have to?
if I'm that type of person and I want to work and you don't want to work, by all means, that's your business. But
So what type of person are you?
what?
What type of person?
50, we gotta be 50-50. Everything
Nah,
gotta be
but
50-50.
I don't
I
know.
want to be 50-50. I just want to.
So then that's
That's
what you
50-50.
buy?
That's 50-50 me. You
Nah,
take
but-
your ass to work and I'll clean.
Nah.
Nah, but it's
So-
also the
so I
sign of the
gotta go to work.
times.
Wait. I gotta go to work.
Yeah,
All right, so then I ain't fucking cleaning.
that's fine. You don't have to stay here. Bye.
Okay, that's not 50-50.
But that's what I said. I would want it 50-50. We're both doing something 50-50.
No,
Nah,
actually-
but I don't.
Actually, I'm sorry. That is 50-50.
That's not realistic though.
You're not bringing no money in the house.
That's what-
But that's not
But I'm
realistic though.
I'm gonna go to work. I'm gonna go to work, and I'm not. The only thing I want to do is take out the garbage. You okay
Wait,
with
but
that?
time out. Okay, so in that scenario, he just works and he comes home and sleeps, and you clean the house, take
Yeah.
care of everything.
After I worked
Yeah, what's wrong with
all day.
No, but I'm saying like you don't work, like you stay home, like you just clean, cook, and everything, and he goes to
You have
work.
Remember, there's men out there that like shit like that. There's
I can't. I can't.
I
and do
can't.
all of
No,
I
that.
can't do that.
don't take it.
And that's
Don't
the
take it.
transaction. Like
Oh,
that's
oh,
the
you just talking
Like,
about
transaction.
the
this is a
scenario.
scenario.
Scenario. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, like there's some people that want to do that.
That's crazy.
That they want their girl to be home,
I
take
want
care
you
of
to
the.
be tired when I want some buns. I want everything. Okay. So I'm gonna take.
Wait.
the
So
garbage.
that's the reason why you don't want her to work?
No. I'm
Oh,
saying
like-
I'm with you with the 50-50.
Yeah.
Like I'll take out the garbage. I'll wash the dishes. I'll cook shit like that. Because
But it's like,
Like for example, so if I'm cooking, you
it's
should
like-
wash the dishes.
Okay. Let's say I don't want to say actual money paying for pussy. If I cook, like yeah, I cook.
it's like a
You know what I'm
like a
saying? It's
virtual
it's
transaction.
It's still a transaction.
Yes, it's still a transaction.
But we still paying with what
With
do you call it
things.
with
But that's the thing. Like,
you still.
I gave you a
still,
service. If I'm giving you a service,
Right.
you're giving me
Yeah,
a
exactly.
service.
but that's
If I
that.
cook, I want some head.
That's capitalism though. Like, yo,
Yo.
I'm saying, yo,
facts.
everything on this earth is not free. Like, no matter how much they promote it, like, you gotta pay to get something. Like, it's like
It's
ain't
still
ain't no
having a
girl.
service for a service. It's the same
Exactly.
thing.
Ain't no girl out here like
When I
going
bring you my
50, 60
plate-
years.
When I bring you my plate, my dick is out.
Wow.
But it has no dick. Like you eat this and then you gonna eat this.
Like, you can't get sex for free.
Like
Oh, okay. So you're trying to say you can't get sex for free? Like, you got you
Yeah.
gotta give something to get
That
it.
was my. That's why I wrote.
Oh,
I
okay.
wrote that.
Yeah.
I thought you meant like,
Question.
I
Nah.
didn't even pick that up on purpose. Like
nah. I thought you meant like, well, when I first heard the question, I thought like, well, okay. In the very beginning, I thought like you have to pay for it.
it could be
Yeah.
little and
But
big.
I thought you also meant like, okay, I have to pay for dinner. I gotta do this
Demanding like, yo, I need my feet, nails, hair done, this, that, and the third. So basically, you saying if I do all this,
because
I get pussy.
independence costs.
You know.
She wants to be independent, but she also wants you to be a man to depend. Yeah, I see what you mean. Okay, I get it.
I get to pick that.
No, you have to pick.
You gotta pick
somebody
somebody.
to pick.
That's what I'm saying. I get to pick somebody to pick.
Yeah.
I'll pick you.
I'm done.
Okay, 50-50 ass.
College degrees.
What about them?
Terrible idea.
The pros. I just want to do the cons, but
I'll do the
I'll
cons.
do the pros.
It's not-
I really want to go with the cons. I'm not even gonna lie.
That's what I'm saying. There's a lot of more cons than pros.
For college degree? For real?
Yes.
No, yeah. So cons.
Depends how you look at it. Glass half
Nah,
empty.
Well, yeah.
Cons. It would be you're spending your money to get. You're paying for your education.
Paying for a piece of
that's
paper.
not crazy
The
to
vision,
me.
the loan, and debt. And
You
shit.
paying for a piece of paper,
Um,
essentially.
You half of the time you don't go into your career,
Facts.
especially off the rip,
That's a fact.
and it's super time consuming depending on what your like how your life is set up.
Mhm.
That's my three cons.
I could do a pro. Well, I mean, the obvious pro, like, you know, if you have a degree, you're a higher chance of getting a better job than someone with a diploma.
You really think that?
But
You really think
no,
that?
I'm saying like
Yo,
that.
I-
That's like the
yeah,
broadcast.
I'm talking
Like
about you guys really
that's like the
think
broadcast. Like, oh, if you have a degree, you have a higher chance, or like you're smarter than the other person. But it's like it's just a piece of paper. It's a piece of paper. At the end of the day, like I know people with high school diplomas. I know people without high school diplomas making like 100K. Meanwhile, I'm making what 30, 40K a year with a college degree. And then on top of that, it's like okay, another con because I know we only said 3, but it's like okay, you get the degree to get the 100K job, but you still have 60,000 in loans. So it's like, yeah, it says on paper you making 100K, but like probably 70% of that is going right back into what you spent 4 years on. So it's like you're not really making 100K, you're making like 30, 40 until you pay that loan off, which is almost never. And when you do pay it off, it's like okay, now you're going into
You know,
more debt.
You know, I'm gonna take a con, and I'm gonna piggyback off what you said.
Mm.
The reason why people get into those big ass depths is because they be trying to go to those big ass schools.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like it's not worth it, bro.
It's the same fucking degree if I go to fucking Harvard than going to BMCC or some shit. Like that.
Yeah.
It's the
It's
name
just
brand.
The name
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's
it's the
on it.
name.
You know what I'm
But
saying?
but that's the thing. A lot of people because they go to those big colleges because those colleges have connections to those bigger jobs.
That's true.
Like
Yeah.
a lot of jobs are not like if they see you got your degree from BMCC and they see the same person or they see the same degree from somebody who went to Harvard, they're gonna look at the person in Harvard because it's like
True.
it's the name.
But I don't want nobody trying to. I'm talking about the personal part. I don't want nobody trying to kill themselves
To get into-
Harvard.
Yeah.
Not even
Yeah,
to get
yeah.
into Harvard. You went to Harvard already, but now you gotta pay this 100K back. Like,
Mhm. Don't
Don't
kill
ruin
yourself.
yourself
don't
doing that.
don't
Yeah.
kill yourself. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm.
yo, just go get that degree and then just make what you got to make, and then try to move up
Yeah.
from there. You
Yeah.
know what I'm
I
saying?
would say like a pro, kind of like relating to that is college is so variable, right? Because you have like the Harvards and like the expensive ass schools, and then you have like something like BMCC or CUNY school, where you can still get like a very valid education.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think the beauty of college is just like what you like. You could go to Harvard and
Yeah.
have a shitty ass time, come out with mad debt. You can go to BMCC, be lit, become mad smart, get like mad jobs. You know, it's what you make of it.
I
Like,
think it's the way you manipulate the information.
yeah,
that you get.
I think with college is like one of the first times in your life, like if you're going like through the entire education system or whatever, like college is like the first time when it's like, all right, like if you don't do this shit or do certain things, like things just will not happen in your life for you. Like you go to college, like you could, I don't know, like join a club or something that can give you a skill. Like it exposes you to a lot. Like college is more, and it's supposed to be more than just like your degree, right? And the money you spend on getting that degree. And I think if you really like lean into that and use all that shit, like use the connections especially, right? It's like one thing I'm kind of kicking myself for a bit from my college experience is like, yo, like I feel like I had mad professors that I should have like spoken to more, like communicated with more, that could have gotten me jobs, internships, all these types of things. Like,
You have a college degree?
yes. Yeah. I'm actually trying to get a master's, so I'm trying to do it again. So I guess that's why I'm like, yo, college is cool or whatever. But not like
It's
college.
not for everybody.
It's not, yeah. And like I don't think it's like college is definitely not the end all be all, right? Because like you said, like there's ways to get it with like without a high school diploma, right? I think, you know, you just have to like, if you're gonna go to college, like don't bullshit. That's all it is. Like don't bullshit. Do it, get it done, and get like there's so much in college, like so many resources. That too, yeah.
Sometimes they be assholes.
But there's like I feel like there's so much to get out of college. You know what I mean? Like that isn't just because they're not gonna. The thing is, they're not gonna tell you, right? Like they're not gonna tell you to do all these things. They're not gonna tell you all these resources are here, like all this other shit. But like you have to find it, and then you have to like make what you can of it, and you know, I think that makes the degree a bit more worth it.
I would say to piggyback off that, like the one big pro about college, like you said, it's not just about the degree. It's also about like, I think college is the first time, like, not only are you transitioning into being an adult, but like, it's the first time where you have a choice to do what you want.
Facts. Yeah.
Like in high school, middle school, it's like, okay, I'm forced to take this class because it's the curriculum. Whereas in college, like, yeah, there's gen eds, but it's like, okay, after you finish your gen eds, like, you go wherever you want. Like, you do what you want. You pick the classes, you pick what time you want to get up and go to class. You pick what courses you want to learn about. Yeah, it's like the structure, even though it's not the only place, but like it's a big structure to teach you like how to make your own choices, how to be responsible, how to become an adult and do your thing. So I feel like college is like I said, it's not the only place to learn that, but like it's a very big place where like you learn about yourself without somebody telling you who you are.
Mad self-discovery.
You know, saying that brings me up. That brings up a memory. My mom used to always tell me, "Yo, go be a doctor. Go be a doctor. Go be a doctor." She always used to tell me that shit. And now that I work in like the healthcare field, and I spoken to doctors, they don't really make.
You don't make all that money.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
They're mad of them are in hella debt.
Yeah,
a lot of debt.
You don't make money like the first like 3-4 years. Like you're just sitting there, like damn, like and they be stressed.
Yeah, they work basically like 24 hours a day.
Like you don't make any money. Like
yeah, they work all day. Like
so you trying to tell me I went through all of this education?
Yep.
Like I heard the information is like vigorous. Like the teaching is vigorous.
It's a lot, yeah.
Especially for health.
Very hard.
To come out to owe money and then to be somebody's bitch. Nah, I'm not.
And they work.
I want to come out and be
the boss.
you gotta work your way up to even.
Nah, that's mad.
And that's like.
It's a lot of work though.
4 years, like 4 or 5 years, 6 years.
But that's the thing, especially in the medical field, it's not just about college. Like you gotta go to college, graduate school, medical school, residency. Like, and by the time you're done with school, you like 32. It's like, bro, you're dead tired, and now.
I'm 32 now.
But that's what I'm saying. By the time you're done, it's like years have passed, and now you got to deal with like patients and people like screaming at you. Like, it's I'm not gonna lie, I respect doctors like so much because it's just like
it's
the amount.
It's the name.
Yeah, the amount of shit you gotta go through, like.
But I don't want nobody to take it as
like don't do it.
It's just medical field. Like you could be like social work, like doctor, anything.
Yeah.
Facts.
So, that if I would have known that, then I would have probably
went for it.
Probably went there. I thought my mom was telling me like, "Yo, be a doctor, like a surgeon or some shit like that." But I'm like,
nah.
I don't do that shit. Like I want to cut somebody's head open. Like shit. I was always like fixated on playing football. So you got to pick, right?
It was me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you went. Now you got to pick.
You gotta pick the next person.
Shamar.
Me again.
I knew you was gonna pick that.
What, this one?
Yeah.
All right, I'm picking another.
Pick it. Just look at it.
Nah, I didn't look. I didn't see the question.
It's alright. You done. It's alright. Pick
All
it
right.
up.
All right. What's more valid, toes or belly buttons?
What?
Nah, I wrote this because this is a discussion I had with my niggas before. All right, so I wanted to see what y'all would say.
Toes or belly button?
Look. All right, here's it. Let me give some premise
like some context
to this, right?
Okay.
Some context, right? So look, this psychology degree shit. So here's the thing, right? Me personally, I enjoy a nice belly button. Showing a little bit of skin. Summer months coming around,
right.
Cute, some cute midsection. You know what I'm saying, right? But then heads try to come at me like. So like that's mad weird. Like it's like not even like that's weirder than liking toes. And I'm like, is it? Like, is it really? That's not like a weird thing. Like it's not a fetish though. You know what I mean? Like it's not a fetish. It's just like that's that's fire.
Like what's weirder?
So what's more valid? Like the question said.
Okay, what's more valid?
What would you say is more valid? Because some people really fuck with feet. So
yeah,
I mean toe sucking.
Okay. I don't either, but if I had to choose, I think I'm gonna go with toes. And the only reason why is because like I've noticed myself, especially like when I'm having sex, like I don't pay attention to belly buttons, but like I'll notice your toe. Like if you get your,
that's
you know what I'm saying. Like if you get your toes done, like you know how like when you, no, I don't suck toes. Chill. I've never. I might try it though. I'm not gonna lie. I might try it. But I'm saying like. Cause you know how like girls like they get their nails done, they get their feet done. So it's like if I see your feet done, it's not something that I'm like, oh shoot, you got your feet done. But like if I'm in a moment and I see your feet done, it's just like it's a plus to how good you look already. You know what I mean? It's like I like.
Notice her belly button.
Nah, not.
On her body, like.
I notice it, but it's like it's not something. It's not something I'm like, oh shoot, your belly, like you know what I mean?
That's
like.
Place to go to.
Yeah.
It's not like
a no belly button.
Like,
no word.
Nah, like I'll kiss down.
Kiss your belly button. Like it's not like that.
But you would feel that way about toes.
I would.
Okay.
Yeah, like if she got her feet.
See, this is why I asked
like
the question.
like think about it.
She's not getting a belly button. Like okay.
Like if she got her belly button pierced. Okay.
Yo,
yeah.
Funny enough, I'm actually more a fan of non-pierced belly. I know, like you would probably think, like, this nigga probably love the belly button all done up, but like, nah, yeah, that's true. Thoughts on dating? Oh, I wrote this one. Thoughts on dating apps. So I guess this is like a pros and a cons one.
Or like Tinder.
This could be the pros and the con one. Yeah.
I think this is I'll do the cons just because I've been in a con mindset thinking about dating apps lately. So here's my thing, right? I've been on like this, I don't want to say like a wave or whatever, but like I've been trying to, like my next shorty, I want to find her in real life, we meet, it's natural type shit. And I feel like the dating app thing kind of takes away from that only because it's like you go in with the expectation of like, oh, okay, like something romantic is going to happen here, right? And I think that kind of like muddies things up in regards to like the communication or just the relationship. Like everybody goes in with like some sort of expectation already, right? Like whatever that is.
You know what you're here for. Like it eliminates everything.
Yeah, right. Mm-hmm. And then the worst part about that is that like when you don't get that thing, it's like then what the fuck? Like you just wasted my time, right? Because it's like exactly. It's like was this not what we was on here for? Like what's going on, right? So I feel like that could be like the second con right there. It's just like yo, like because you have these expectations when
My bad.
Nah, you good. When they're not met, it's kind of like
downing.
Yeah, you know, and it's just like word really very discouraging. Yeah. And then I guess like the last thing is honestly, and this is how I feel about a lot of apps nowadays. Like, yo, these algorithms is ass, bro. Like these algorithms is ruling our life. Hold on some real shit, bro. Like, yo, think about it. Like on Uber Eats, right? You using Uber Eats, and Uber Eats is like, oh, you should try this today. You should try this. Oh, we recommended this based on everything you ate last time. It's like, what if I want to try something new? Why are you telling me what to eat? Why are you telling me who to date? You know, so I'm trying to be on off my phone all the time. But yeah, dating apps they're all right. They're all right. I don't know. It's a weird thing. What would you say are the pros or any cons if you could add any?
Cons? Motherfucking weirdos be on there.
That's very true.
Rapists and shit. Like motherfuckers is sick.
Yeah. Catfishing people doing all types of nonsense.
If you catfish me, I'm gonna punch you in your face. I'm dead serious.
I've never gotten to the point where I've like met a catfish.
Nah, we're not doing that.
Yeah.
I can't really. It's been a while since I've been on a dating app.
I try not to use them as much. Be on and off type shit.
You know what it is? You know what I hate about them? Is reading somebody's fucking bio.
Oh, those be mad funny.
And then like some people's bio be too short, and that shit be an essay. Like, bro, like I don't want to read all this. I don't want to know about your dog named Mitzi. Like, I don't give a fuck.
Before even speaking to them, right?
Yeah, like I don't care. Like,
what kills me is that they be like, "Oh, I'm just looking for a good time."
that means I want to fuck.
Yeah.
And then sometimes they don't. And then it's just like,
like, yo, you making me do all this for what? Like, paying for pussy.
It all goes back to that.
Yeah, like, oh my god, I don't know. It's been a while. Oh man.
Well, I'll say a pro. Oh.
Well, one pro is like, yo, like
You may find
it does.
love. You never know.
You could, but it does the work for you. Like, you don't have to go out and meet all these people. Like, you just swipe. Then you know you get lucky.
If you don't want to. Like,
That too, yeah. Like,
those are con. That people might use dating apps so much that they don't know how to talk in real life.
Yeah.
that too, yeah.
Yeah.
Which is another thing. It's like,
It takes away from social interactions. A lot.
When you meet them, you be like,
Like,
what is going on?
hi.
yeah.
How are you? How's your day
I just
going?
read everything about you, so it's
It's
like,
like, what is it to talk about?
just getting married now.
Yeah, like, okay, I know everything. What we doing?
But that's the new age that we live in.
Yeah. I mean, I say the one pro, which is, I'm still iffy on like dating apps, but like I'll say the one pro is that before they existed, like you were limited to who you saw. So like, when you go to parties, it's like, okay, the love of your life may be living across the world, but it's like you'll never meet her because you don't live where she lives. So it's like you're only limited to who you see right now, which in turn could like, okay, you date the wrong person, or you end up dating like 10 people that are not for you. Whereas with dating apps, it's like, okay, now I have access to get straight to who she is. You know what I'm saying? Even though you're not guaranteed to find that person, because let's just say, for example, that person don't use dating apps. Yeah. But it's like the chance of you finding the person is much higher because of the access that you have now.
Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah.
So.
Okay, I'll take that.
You just have like, it's so much content. Like you said, like it's easier. You know, like you just look, you swipe right, you swipe left.
Right.
And there's a new person right after the last person.
You not go in with any expectation.
You shouldn't.
You shouldn't.
But I feel like it's almost impossible to do so, because why even go on the dating app? What are you on the dating app for?
That's true.
You know,
That's
like
true.
like everybody that uses a dating app goes with an intention, like whether you want to say it or not. I feel like, and because it's like, why? You know, because people have been dating before dating apps. Like, I mean, humanity is here. You know, we've been around, right? Like this shit, like you don't need it, but like once you use it, it's like, oh, there's a reason why, right? And I feel like another thing is like, yo, once you start looking, I feel like if you're someone that like exclusively uses dating apps, or you use it like all the time, like that might just be your frame of reference for like how romance works, you know? And then it's just like, oh, like the dating app shit is like, it's not working out on here. Like, I don't know how to talk. Like, I got to do all these things to attract this person through my screen that I've never even seen or met. Yeah, that's too.
Actually, if you think about it, look at it like this: how we, I'm like probably the oldest in the room.
Mm-hmm.
To actually fucking get somebody's number, right?
It's a lot harder in person.
Go out, get a fresh shape up, haircut, blah blah blah. All this.
You gotta look good.
Smell good. This, that, and the third.
Buy some drinks.
Buy some drinks. Sit like that. That shit is expensive.
Yeah.
I could
We
FaceTime
could
you.
just get dressed up in my house, take a nice good ass selfie, a couple of pictures, upload the shit, and somebody like, oh, this nigga's fly. He's fire. He look nice. This, that, and the third. Blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
Let me talk to him. Yeah.
You getting mad.
You getting like 10 numbers in one night. Yeah.
It's actually much less. What I want to say.
Much less effort.
Effort, and stress.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because what if your barber fucked your lineup up?
I'm done.
Put a hat on.
Then now you gotta buy a $40 hat.
You don't got a hat already? Well, I mean, maybe you do.
Oh, it don't have to be $40. It could be. You could get some.
A fitted hat is like $40.
No, I'm saying you don't have to get a fitted though.
I'm saying
You get like a dad cap for like $10.
You get a dad hat, $10. What if I don't want to spend that $10?
He want to be fly. He was getting
Well,
a haircut.
Just opposed to the
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Sit in my house,
I see what
watch TV, and then just be scrolling through
Yeah.
and they looking at the stuff.
Well,
that
Yeah.
Well,
Another
like
good thing is
like
that
Reese said, you could use an old picture.
Yeah.
old picture.
You also don't waste your time as much. Like you don't have to
And
go
that's
and then meet this person and be like, wow, like this shit is whack. You'll know beforehand.
Exactly.
But I think that could also be a con because sometimes when you behind a screen, you could be anybody. Like you could dead be anybody.
We be weirdos though.
Yeah, that's that too. But like you could
know
talk
what's-
and then you meet them in person. It's like wow, you are not fun to talk to like you are when I was
what else
texting
is
you
a
before.
con?
You know.
That's a very dangerous con.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say take like Ree for example.
Mhm.
She got all the things that she like.
Yeah.
Ice skating, I like this, I like this, I like this, that.
I already know what you like.
I already know what you like, so it's going to be
Nah, I got-
easy for
nah,
me
just
to be
gotta-
like, oh yeah, I like ice skating too. Blah, blah, blah.
What? That's
Yeah.
crazy. I
Oh,
do ice skating.
That's why I don't like bios.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
So
okay.
if
take
I
it
don't
off.
read a bio, I might as well just go out and just meet somebody naturally. You know?
Exactly.
Right. I see what you mean.
Oh, you like horse riding? Alright, come on. I just booked a horse riding for us. Oh, yeah. Pussy open.
Mhm.
Easy. Am I lying?
No, you're not lying.
Still had to pay for
Like,
it.
oh,
Just
like she
keep
loves
that in
ice
mind.
skating. And
Somebody
then-
had to pay for the.
That pussy better be good.
It's like-
Horseback ride too. That shit expensive.
That's
So, who's turning?
Do I
You
pick now?
Who did you pick?
Yeah.
me.
For the
You picked him
cons?
last time, yeah.
Did I?
Oh, you're picking me, or are you saying that you're
This
picking
is
us?
the last one.
Okay. I'll go with this one.
Just that one.
Ooh. Okay, this one says, "Why are black people the only ones to ever really be canceled?"
Because
It's easy. I said because it's easy. It's too easy.
it is easy.
It's too easy.
And it's a crabs in a barrel mentality.
Yeah.
Elaborate, because I feel like you have more to say on that.
I should have picked this one. Right?
Yeah, that's a you question.
Right?
That's a you question.
Right?
I mean, we all talking. Why not?
I mean,
We can all do it.
yeah, we can all do it since it's the last one.
But it's the crabs in the barrel mentality.
Mhm.
Honestly, I think everybody should know what the fuck that is.
I know.
It's like if I'm selling, if you live in apartment FH, 4H, and I live in 4I, and you selling plates and I'm selling plates. Yo, that nigga 40's nasty over there, son. Don't eat that shit. That's what niggas gonna do.
Mhm. We all follow.
Oh, matter of fact, excuse me, that was a horrible example. Let's say they find a roach in my food. I'm gonna get canceled.
Yeah.
Now you're the prime person. Like, yes, that nigga, they canceling this nigga. Now I could throw my album out. I could throw my food out. I could throw
Mhm.
my acting career out. I could throw my book out, or whatever the case may be.
Mhm.
It's the crabs in the barrel mentality. It's not like, hey, yo, here's some raid, or here's some pointers of how to be better.
Mhm.
We not gonna do that. Niggas not doing that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Niggas want to see you. It's the same thing what you said about what we was talking about earlier about if about black business. Yo, I can't get a promo. I can't get a repost. I can't get a.
Yo, why is it so hard to do that?
I can't get a like.
Yo, like I don't know what it is. It's like, yo, it don't cost you nothing but 5 seconds
But you
to just press. Instagram even made it easier. That little it looked like a paper airplane.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You just
press
click
it,
it,
and
add
that's
the
it.
story. That's it. Like
But
it
people don't
takes.
want to see you rise
Yeah,
up.
and I was gonna piggyback off that. I think to go a step further, like first of all, I feel like we live in a generation of social media, so like it's the quickest and easiest way to become famous, rich, successful, etc. So I feel like it's the new wave to like pin us down in a sense. Like for example, I'm pretty sure everybody heard the example of Kevin Hart wanting to do the Oscars. When he finally gets it, they go find a tweet from 12 years
They're
ago.
gonna make sure
Like,
he cleans.
it's just like, yeah. And it
The
makes
tweet
no
wasn't even
sense.
that serious.
It wasn't that serious. He just like, yo, if my son is like, if my son tells me he's gay,
Like,
like I'm a, all right, he exaggerating and said he's gonna bash his head with a Barbie doll,
house or something.
house or something. But I'm like, y'all really expected Kevin Hart to? No parent is gonna sit there and bash their child with a whole dollhouse because they child. I don't want to speak for everybody.
Some parents
Some
like
most, but like, it's just, and especially as a comedian, and I'm not trying to exempt comedians from like, oh, they're the only ones that could say racist or harmful comments and be exempt from the world. But at the same time, like he's joking. You know what I mean? So
And it's 12 years old. Like,
yeah.
Like, do you think? Have you even tried asking Kevin Hart if he still feels the same way? Like, you know,
Exactly.
people change. Like, their opinions change.
Right.
Their mindset changes. You know, it's like
I'd have just said, yo, hey, yo. Like,
hey,
hey, yo, that situation. Like, you gonna cancel me from saying, hey, yo?
Yeah.
Like, you know? Like,
but yeah, I think it, like to me, and I don't want to get too political, but I feel like it's the newest way to like bring somebody down. Like they'll look for any, and it's always funny.
easy too.
It's the moment when that black person becomes really successful, like when they're doing really good, not when like they're on the come up, or when they're like they're famous but they're not famous. They're not Denzel, they're not Will Smith, they're not
you know
like
it's funny
once
that-
you get up there, like that's when they try to find something to pin you down for. Like look at Will Smith, the man done acting, music, man shot up like to the top. All of a sudden, oh, Jada and August Alsina entanglement, or he cheated or something, or they'll find anything to
Yeah.
like make the story so that you come down. So
I think black people are looking, the black community is looking for a leader with a squeaky clean background.
but that's
But
impossible though.
nobody's squeaky.
That's impossible.
It's funny because I just started rewatching this show called Scandal with Kerry Washington.
Oh yeah, that's a good show.
And the dirt that they bring up on people and the dirt that they hide is
Yeah.
out of control. In the show, it's out of control, which I believe that is done in real life.
Of course, yeah.
So when it comes to black people, people notice like, damn, like okay, let's take Obama for a situation, like Obama, like
He's probably the closest person
he's like the closest, yeah, like
to like we've had somebody that's like
almost like-
squeaky clean. Even though he's not
like
squeaky
Jesus.
clean, but
You know
like
what I'm saying?
like
he
you ain't really find nothing.
like you can't find nothing on him.
I'm pretty sure there's something,
Yeah, definitely.
but he's hitting it so well that's just like
And then when we do find something on somebody,
oh lord.
it's like we have to go hard on them and then try to pick somebody else to represent black culture.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like it may not be that deep, but that's how I feel. Like when it comes, especially like the way the question. That's what I was staring at. Like why are black people the only ones to ever really be canceled? If you really think about it, like white people.
Be doing crazy
It's,
shit.
it's also about power
for
too.
Instance, like for instance, Justin Bieber, right? His
Yeah.
last album, he put Martin Luther King speech or some shit like that in the beginning of his fucking album, some shit like that.
Mm.
That motherfucker should have been canceled for doing some dumb shit like that. I'm sorry, but you think white people
I agree.
cancel him?
No.
Nope.
No.
Same thing with like when Gucci and they be doing those ads that make.
Yeah, like they're not
canceling
canceling
the
Gucci. Yeah.
It's not about the money. It's about the money, but it's not. It's about the
It's about the power.
who's running that shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
about the power.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so we don't. I don't want to say that we don't have much, but we try to hold on to what we got right now. So like,
Right.
when you fucking up, it's like
You making us
Asher,
all look
when
bad.
you fucking up, oh now you gotta go because I want to go to recess.
I see what you mean. Okay, yeah, it's like that kid mentality.
Yeah.
I see what you mean. It's like we don't want that this one person to fuck it up for everybody. So it's like if we have to cancel it, we will.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But I think nowadays it's not even just like, because I think I would say like maybe like half a decade ago, maybe to like a decade ago, like it was really black people that was in control. Because I mean like the whole term canceled even came from
black people.
Yeah, black people, right? But now it's like because social media is so widespread, it's not even like black people that are really deciding what to do with our black celebrities, black famous people. It's like everybody has a say now. And I mean, obviously, like the people who have the most say is white folk, right? And like the ones in power and shit. And it's like when these people get canceled, it's like they're done, for something. They're done. Like there's no redemption. There's no like even trying to like make things better or get their side of it, or I mean, not their side, but like like I feel like the focus should be more on if somebody does something that we don't like, and it's gonna happen, right? Or like somebody does something that's fucked up.
It's more of a punishment now. But
yeah,
say, okay, like take for instance the baby when he said that shit about
the LGBTQ.
So now being that we have so much access to the internet and streams, and you're gonna make money off of our livelihood, our hard-earned money.
I'm gonna stop your cash flow.
We're gonna stop your cash flow, and
you
lose millions. Same thing with fucking Travis Scott with the whole
the people dying at his concert. Yeah.
Now we're gonna stop your shit because we want to be you.
Right.
It's not like how it was in the 80s where Big Daddy Kane, all them shit, they did what the fuck they wanted to do or whatever. Like, not saying that he did anything, but
it's about your name.
It's the access now that we have to celebrities. I could probably fucking FaceTime Rihanna. She might accidentally might pick up.
Maybe, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You have a higher chance now.
There's a higher chance, but before you didn't know what the fuck LL Cool J was doing or fucking Whitney Houston was doing. Nobody knew that shit until later on, unless you was physically there. Then you don't know what the fuck happened.
But to piggyback off that, I think now, especially in today's generation, social media is so powerful. That like the person, it don't stop at all. And the person that like think about it, it's so powerful to the point that you could be famous by name, but if you only got like 5,000 followers, niggas is not taking you serious.
Yeah.
Versus somebody who got 1 million followers, like, oh shoot, all right, let me pay attention to them, because it's like
they're nobody. Like,
they're nobody, but because of the amount of followers you have, it's just like that makes you somewhat more powerful.
I don't think it's the you absolutely right, but I think sometimes it's what catches the eye. Like I wrote something on like the Shade Room a couple of weeks ago, and I think that shit went up to like 10,000 likes. I ain't nobody. I'm not nobody. And it was like 250 comments.
Yeah. That's like what you.
It's
that thing, yeah.
It's that number.
The headline, whatever is shocking, like whatever has the shock value is so.
Like, that's what I'm paying attention to.
Bing Bong shit.
Yeah.
That shit. Bing Bong been out since.
Niggas been saying that.
It's not even.
Well,
saying that. It's from the fucking train station.
It's a train, yeah.
And now niggas are saying now.
Bing Bong.
It's just going and going. And
right.
Going and going, yeah.
That shit was from the 80s when that shit used to. 80s and 90s when that shit too. I'm like looking at people like, okay, now y'all know about this shit.
But that's what I was saying. That's why social media is so powerful. We as the people have the power to turn something from nothing into something. But it's like with great power comes great responsibility. Like so that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like the upward can also be your great downfall. So like I have the power to turn you from nothing into something, but with that same power I have the power to turn you from something into nothing.
Yeah.
So it's like that's what I was saying, like let's say for example the baby. If the baby was to lose all his followers today, he would not be the baby no more.
It's over.
Like he'd be a regular North Carolina rapper. Like okay, like you cool, but like if you got 10 million followers, you got all these concerts, you posting luxury stuff, you doing it. Okay, now like you're the baby, but like if you got like 10 followers on Instagram.
Because at the end of the day, the people's when it comes to that particular shit, the people's in power because we buy your shit.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's why when it comes to canceling, it's like because we have so much power to make you who you are, we also have the power to take it away from you.
I don't even want to call it cancel anymore. I just want to call it like a punishment.
Yeah.
Because think about it, somebody who's really canceled, they can always come back.
Yeah.
It's just
it's happened too.
Yeah, it's kind of like when
definitely.
Instagram locks you out for putting passwords too many times. Like, okay, we'll lock you out for 15 minutes, but then you can come back after.
Or if you say something wild on Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we'll disable your account for a week, but then after that, it's like, okay, you can come back.
My problem with the social media thing is that it's so I totally agree. Like the users have, control over like the type of content that's on there, how much is put out, like sharing things, commenting on things, liking things. But again, these algorithms is crazy, and they're not working for black people at all. Not at all, not in the slightest. And the thing is like the algorithms is really what runs the platform, right? Like think about it as like you could have like a bunch of fuel and coal for a train, but it's only going to go where the tracks are at. You know what I mean? Right? And the algorithms like the tracks, and like what these algorithms will do sometimes is that like they'll mute certain words, certain people's names, like if they're canceled or whatever. And then like what does that do for that person? You know, like what I mean? Like that's their bag gone. Like if you're not even coming up on searches on Twitter or Instagram, like that's your bag gone. You know, like that's like that shit is so crazy because I feel like people aren't, because social media's been around and like it's so huge, it's everywhere, like people aren't as conscious of their use and their place in it and its place in their lives, right? And like how that kind of influences them and how much influence that is, because it's an immense amount of influence. And the thing is like you'll have people get canceled or whatever, and then it's like they're done, they're dead, right? Whereas like again, like you could have white folks, other races of people do all manner of crazy shit, say crazy things. I mean, look at our last president, right? Look what this nigga was saying before he got elected. During he was already like the saying crazy shit.
But that's what brings you back to that point of like power, because it's just like Donald Trump does not care about social media. Like y'all could cancel Bro, Twitter disabled this nigga's account, and this nigga's still rich. Like he doesn't care,
of course,
because his name. That's what I was saying. I feel like for the celebrities that grew up in this time, the celebrities that grew up in this time, it's like all you have is social media. That's how you got your money. Yeah. Whereas people who grew up before social media, it's like I got my money just hustling, like doing my thing on the street. So like and people know my name regardless.
It's social media cancels.
It's like okay, but niggas still know who I am. Like that's why people like Donald Trump, Joe Biden. Well, not Joe Biden. Donald Trump, Will Smith, Denzel, like. I grew my name before social media, so if social media was to cancel me out, niggas still know me.
That whole situation with Will Smith, honestly, with him and Jada, like with the he doesn't.
That's annoying.
I think that was a publicity.
It is annoying. Yeah. I think so too. I actually agree.
His book came out the next week, and then
I agree.
And a movie came out the same week.
I agree. I think all that stuff is a publicity stunt, and I think they need to stop.
Will Smith for 3 weeks.
Now her sales is going up.
Now it's just going up.
A movie comes out and a book.
He's trending on Twitter now.
I'm reading that book, son. It's a good book. I'm not even gonna lie.
Us as writers in the room. This nigga purchased he purchased a certain amount of books, which put him on the bestsellers list.
Oh yeah.
And then gave the book out with $50, $65 tickets, like to talk about the book and to do a reading.
So he basically sold himself to himself.
A lot of people do that though.
Yeah.
Like
they'll be like, oh, mad people are buying my book. It's like,
especially when you do a book, like a lot of people like they purchase their book and give us certain copies because they give it for free. They're trying to
promote their book.
But when you be on the bestsellers, it's more promotion.
Yeah.
Oh, so people look like
So
oh, this is a really good book.
So the more you buy, the more your book is going to be up there.
Oh, so it's like, oh, because everybody's buying this book, let me buy it too because it's that good.
But
he did it to himself.
He bought like 30,000 copies or some shit like that.
But I feel like,
gave them away.
but I feel like you're Will Smith. Like you don't need to do that.
But to be on the bestsellers list, what if you have another book coming out next year?
Yeah.
So now you're on the bestsellers list, like, and you just like you just said just now.
And he's make a sequel.
New book by best-selling author.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on the book.
Okay.
New York Times bestseller. It says it like they stamp that shit.
Wow, that's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? And then you come up with just like you said, this book is really good.
I mean, it's a smart play, but it's also like it's kind of foul because it's just like you're not really the bestseller. You just you.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
You the best
Yeah,
buyer.
I get it though. I get it though because it's
definitely,
just like it's not easy making bestsellers. So it's just like
It's not. You gotta buy that shit from different sources too.
Sometimes you gotta hustle.
I was tempted to put my shit as a penny, and you gotta do it in the first week.
Yeah, it's a really like crazy hustle like to do that.
I mean, I guess I respect it, kind of. Like I feel like it's cheating, but it's just like I understand why you do.
When you actually really like when other people want to do it because it's
Mm-hmm.
like you did it yourself.
It's the
Yeah.
same
You
thing.
did it. You cheated yourself. Basically.
You know what it is? It's not cheating. It's like back in the day when you need a like say like all right. So you remember the Temptations
Mm-hmm.
when they first was trying to get on? You, you had to pay those DJs to
Yeah,
play
to play your shit. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like, and they wanted back in the day probably like $100 or something like that. You know,
Which in our time is like probably like $400-500.
Yes, you know,
Yeah, that's a lot.
So to pay to get on, I don't see the problem.
I don't see. Yeah.
I feel like it's a difference though. Like you want to do that for music, it's different. You actually have to pay. People pay for their spots to be in a performance. Like you do that in that type of.
No, I'm talking about in the radio on the radio.
No,
But
even in a performance, you have to pay. Like if you want to do a showcase, if you're coming up in a showcase, artists have to pay for their spot. If you don't sell the amount of tickets that they want you to sell, you have to pay the rest.
We still gotta pay for the paper and the
right.
cover.
So
and
you
the
have
art
to
and shit,
do
right?
that, right? And then with a book though, it's more so you're actually you have to pay. Like for example, when you outsource, you're paying this company to do this for you, but they're the ones putting the effort out to get you on the bestseller. So they're doing that for you instead of you buying the books.
Yeah.
You know, they're doing the effort to actually get you there.
Yeah.
So they're doing the marketing.
So it's more
He's
like
not marketing. That's the thing.
it's more like investing versus cheating.
Right.
He's
Cheating people out of that.
I was more in the perspective of like how we are, like independent.
No, yeah, but in that sense, he's cheating other people though out of that out of that spot and himself because he working he fucking bought the book.
But you know what? To go a step further too, like with the whole Temptations versus Will thing, Temptations didn't have a name yet. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they're buying to for people to listen because if they didn't do that, like people was not gonna go out to listen to Temptations because I don't even know who you are. Versus Will Smith is like you're Will Smith, like. You can get sales without doing all that.
Exactly, yeah.
But it's like you're doing it to advance yourself when you didn't need to. Whereas Temptations, like they need to do this in order to get there. So,
I can see it like that.
he could still.
I don't like I said like I don't blame.
I don't blame him for doing it.
Blame him for doing it. That's
Right.
What I'm saying. Like, yo, get your money. No, you get your money. You know, whatever way you gotta get it, then you gotta get it. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. Yeah, that's how I feel.
That's a good book, though. I'm not gonna lie.
I think I'm gonna have to cut that.
It's a really good book.
Really good.
Yo, really good.
It's a childhood book.
Like the Will Smith you know, is like we see him on TV and movie and stuff, but like the behind the scenes of what he actually had to go through, it's good. Like it's really good.
It's a memoir, right? But yeah, if you are an artist or creative and you want a platform, we here. So we here.
Okay. I'm gonna need a magazine. I'll put it on
At 20xxmag on Instagram. Find us there. Anybody else want to plug anything?
Me?
Yeah.
Me? All right. My name is Chris. You can find me at Writings of CC. You can also find me at Renaissance Studio. That's where we are right now.
Yes, sir.
Doing the Need to Know show with my girl Rhea and Mar. Shit. Look, I'm bringing one out. Yeah, just hit me up if anybody got any podcasts that they want to start. Let a brother know.
Awesome. As always, make sure you follow me on Instagram and Twitter. It's Ree the host.
And make sure to follow me on Instagram and Twitter at _we want more.
And as always, make sure you follow Wonderful Show's page on Instagram and Twitter, guys. It's TNTK Show. As always,
Thank you for watching this show.
And that's all you need to know now.
Bye, guys.